So I have a really funny story to share. And not many people even know this about me, but I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and just tell it. So who am I? I am the Jackie Jackson, real estate coach and investor and captain in the United States Army. So how in the world does a real estate investor end up in the military? How does that even work? Well, it wasn't very long ago that I was just like you, trying to figure out and navigate my way through real estate investing and trying to just understand how everything works. So I did my first deal in 2006, and I did my first deal by myself, thinking that I could just navigate through it and literally watching videos and educating myself and all that stuff. So I thought I was smart. And many of you are smart, but guess what? I outsmarted myself. My first deal was the most expensive deal that I've ever done in what not to do. Okay, so $120,000 in losses is what I experienced in my first deal. So I call it my PhD on what not to do. It was the wrong property in the wrong location at the wrong time in the market using the wrong finances. So you could imagine. It was tough. It was a very difficult lesson for me. I was a full-time mom, full-time student, full-time working at that time. And it was like devastating, right? You know, it caused me to file bankruptcy. It was really, really bad. So fast forward, I knew that there was many other investors that were very, very successful. So obviously there was some key element in my plan that was flawed, right? I was missing some pieces of very, very vital information. So I was like, oh my God. I'm going to use this experience to really slow down and hire a coach. But there was only one problem. I ain't got no money. A girl like me was negative $120,000. Okay? That wasn't going to work out very well. So it was about maybe a couple of years ago, a couple of years thereafter, maybe 2 years or so, can't remember. But I'm paying and I'm getting myself out of debt and all that stuff. And I'm working and, you know, just self-educating, that kind of thing, slowing down. And then I saw a commercial, and it was like the old school commercial with the Army, you know, be all you can be in the Army. And they were giving away bonuses and all that stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. I'm going to join the military so I can get the bonus, and I can use the bonus to pay for my real estate coach. That's how it all happened. True story. That's exactly how it happened. Because I had met my mentor and my coach at that time at my local real estate investors association. So I had already sat with him. I already knew that this was the person he had already done. I explained to him everything that I've done. He, was telling me about creative real estate financing options and no money down and all that stuff. And I was like, I need to do that. But there was only one problem. I didn't have any money to pay him. Right? I didn't have any money to invest in myself to get that wisdom for his time, right? In exchange for his time. So I joined the military, y'all. I did. I joined the military, and I had told my mentor at the time, and I was like, listen, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to join. And when I'm complete with my training, I'm eligible for a bonus. And I'm going to take that bonus and I'm going to pay you, and I'm going to have you mentor me and coach me for a year, because I need this information like I need air. I need this. This is for my kids. This is for my future. This is for my family. This is for my financial stability. I need this for my life, right? And that's exactly what happened, right? So through faith, through prayer, through really and truly believing, that's what happened. But not without trials, okay? So remember, I'm from the couch now, all right? So I joined the military from the couch. I wasn't physically or even like, I wasn't fit. I wasn't a person that like exercised or did anything like that. So when I tell you the struggle was real, it was real at that training, okay? I graduated 68 out of 69. I was like, oh, okay. And the other person who graduated like after me was like a foreign exchange soldier, like didn't even, speak English. He wasn't even from, the United States. And I was just like, oh my God. But I finished, y'all. There were so many times in the program, they were like, listen, Lieutenant Jackson, you fail one more time and you're going to go home. We're going to kick you out, and you're not allowed to like come back. And I was like, damn that. I got too much riding on this. I would call my mentor. I remember calling and like crying on the phone, and he was like, do what you got to do. He was like, suck it up, Chuck. Do what you got to do, because, hey, This is it. How bad do you want it? So the question I have for you today, how bad do you want it? Many people say, they have big dreams, they have goals, they have visions and all that stuff. How bad do you want to press into your vision, into your desires? Like, how bad do you want it? Are you disciplined enough to do what you got to do? Do you have faith enough to believe even when you're uncertain of the outcome, even when you don't know how it's going to happen? Is your faith, can you test your own faith, believing in yourself, like the same dedication and time that you get up day after day for your employer? You give your time away, you give your energy away, you give everything away to somebody else. Can you turn that compass around and point it at yourself as the destination? Like, the destination is me. Can you turn that around and point it at yourself and retarget that specific energy and direction to you so that you can accomplish everything that you want in your life? I don't know. Only you can answer that for yourself. So that's the story of how I became Captain Jackson. So yes, I am a reservist. I'm still in the military. I love it. I just come here and do it now for fun, just because I love my soldiers and we hang out and we do what we got to do. But my passion is real estate, and I love educating and teaching people how to invest in real estate, because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to have pieces of the puzzle, or maybe you even have all of the pieces, but guess what? You don't know how to arrange them, and that's what happened to me. I had the pieces, but I didn't know how to arrange them to put them into an actual plan, right? A connecting to B, B connecting to C, and so on and so forth, that it actually made sense. Just because you have all the pieces, just because you research everything on YouTube and Google and you read a couple of books and all that stuff, that's cool. I did the same thing too. And guess what? I was still missing elements that would have contributed to my success. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need to surround yourself with people who have done what you want to do. They have experienced losses. People say, well, why would I want to work with you, if you experience losses? Well, guess what? Because I experienced losses, I can tell you what not to do. And that's even more powerful and priceless, rather than telling you what to do, right? So like, I can tell you what landmines to navigate and avoid, right? Anyway, so again, this is your coach, the Jackie Jackson, real estate investor and coach, and here to inspire you to focus on your vision and to keep at it and invest in yourself. If you got anything out of this talk, is making sure that you invest in yourself. All right, peace.